This is not a drill. I'm winning with Morgan Le Bae in the top end of Infinite. Okay, I lied. It's kind of a drill. This is a Morgan Le Bae deck, not specifically about Morgan Le Bae, but much more about the other stuff that mid-range packages are capable of. One of the major knock-on effects of the nerf to Mr. Fantastic First Steps is a lot of the decks that were built around Mr. Fantastic First Steps do not have a good or functional replacement for the card. When I was playing a lot of end-of-turn stuff, I really noticed missing a 2-drop that I actually wanted to play on too. And I was already playing Surge in that deck, as were most decks that were doing Mr. Fantastic stuff. So it's actually a bit of a paradigm shift as to what these kind of decks are capable of doing right now. I think one of the things that happened after the nerf to Mr. Fantastic is a lot of people assumed everything would be pretty similar as far as the decks that played it go. And I don't think that's actually true. It's a really notable loss. And that notable loss propels other mid-rangey strategies up the landscape of this metagame. And I think the ability to change the metagame in that way by losing a card is a little bit underrated. Like, if you asked me to talk about what the biggest nerf to the end of turn deck was, it's not that they created Ghost, it's not that they nerfed Havoc, it's that they took Mr. Fantastic First Steps away from being a 2-cost card in that deck and put it at a cost that makes it sort of prohibitive to play. But not just that, it really messes up your curve at 3 in a way that it previously did not at 2. And I think that that is the thing that sticks out to me the absolute most about this change, is that ends up being the biggest nerf to the end of turn deck, and it also ends up being the biggest nerf to basically every other mid-range deck that exists, which means we're sort of going back in time a little bit. What are the 2-drops we're going to be focusing on? Well, let's talk about Fenris Wolf, let's talk about Iron Patriot, let's do some stats, and then we have, of course, Misery, and of course, the card that always goes with Misery is the Hood. So we have effectively another way of getting things into the Morgan Le Bae pile by using them and then miserying them. And that allows us to have Morgan as this, like, decently solid body, because you're not embarrassed to play a 4/7 anymore when people aren't going completely insane with Mr. Fantastic First Steps, and you're very much fine if you just get something decent back off of it. Maybe you go Hood and Iron Patriot, and then you want to blow up the Iron Patriot with a Misery and get the extra Hood demon. You can play a demon, you can play a Morgan on 5, get an Iron Patriot, that's a 2/6. It's not the worst thing in the world. You can actually play these kind of, I guess you'd call them, mopey mid-range strategies now. The other things that this deck has going for it are an incredible amount of surprise value. Just Juggernaut Gambit out of stuff that people aren't really expecting Juggernaut Gambit out of. Shang-Chi in your Fenris Wolf deck. A bunch of just wild and ridiculous stuff is on the table when you play a list like this. It felt incredibly strong to me in a way that was largely due to people just not having a clue what the hell the range of this deck was. And I really enjoy being able to play decks like that in this game. This was a deck that was cooked up by Fudge, but I really want to point out that, like, I do not think that this is the final form of this archetype or really anything specific to it. There's a bunch of really awesome cards that all got overshadowed by Mr. Fantastic First Steps, and now they're stepping back out into the limelight. And as an example, I was also doing pretty well with this, which is in a sort of extremely similar space, right? Like, it's doing a lot of the same stuff. It's Fenris Wolf, it's blowing stuff up with Cannonball Mercury instead of Shang-Chi, but you get the idea. It's a Killmonger deck. There's a lot of 1-drops right now. We've got Hood Misery. All of this stuff was, like, pretty decently overshadowed by the output from a Mr. Fantastic deck. Like, these are decks that were not good at using Mr. Fantastic the way other decks that use Mr. Fantastic were. And now that that is no longer like a baseline requirement to be in the game because it's just better to do that than to not do that, you can play all sorts of weird stuff. I played a bunch of different versions of basically these shells. And the thing I want to get across here is, like, Hood Misery, Killmonger, blowing stuff up, Fenris Wolf. It's back, baby. Like, it's legitimately back. You are no longer beholden to Reed Richards / Pedro Pascal to do reasonable things in Marvel Snap. You can do stuff like this too, and I think that is just a very, very notable improvement in the metagame that I really wasn't able to grasp until I got a real sense of playing both with the decks that formerly ran Pedro Pascal and with these decks now that don't need to. Because this is a video where I'm talking about two decks or like a larger archetype here, I'm not going to do a card by card breakdown, but there is a specific card that I really do want to talk about. That card is Juggernaut, who has, in my opinion, long overstayed his welcome. I think a lot of people aren't really on the same page as me when it comes to talking about why this card is problematic. Largely, the issue that Juggernaut has is just that at a high level, it is the thing that decides games so much more than basically any other card. This is the guy. It is very difficult to play around him in a world where you are also playing things like Killmonger and Gambit, right? Because the idea is, oh, I'll play around Juggernaut, I'll fill up every lane. You're not really doing that without one drops, so you're not going to fill up every lane, and actually, your whole thing doesn't work anymore. Juggernaut is a sort of foundational piece to all of these dirtily mid-range decks because it is not just a disruption piece. Oh, I messed up my opponent's Living Tribunal. They were going to put an onslaught on the Iron Man. Now they don't put an onslaught on the Iron Man. Ha, 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 ha. It is not just a card that with priority can prevent your stuff from getting Shang-Chi'd, aka Cosmo or Eliath. It is not just that. It also just says win a lane a lot of the time when you're ahead. And I think that this card specifically is going to be the scourge of this new metagame. I fully expect the complaint meta to focus very strongly on this guy right here. He was obviously very good with Mr. Fantastic. He is going to be very good in all of the decks that don't play Mr. Fantastic. In fact, it's actually more of an emphasis on him because now they have much less ways to actually win these games with points against decks that are going over the top of them, and it's going to be a lot of Juggernaut scamming in the near future. Keep your eye on this guy. He is a guy I genuinely think is long overdue for a balance change and probably one of the most deserved ones anyone could get. All right, y'all, let's jump into the gameplay. We've got gameplay from Morgan Le Bae. We've got gameplay from Mildex. Let's get it poppin'. I hope you enjoyed. As always, I have been KMBest. You have been phenomenal, and I will see you in the next one. Get him out, bro. I wanted to believe. I bought his cool-ass variant. Has Marble Boy been bad tonight? He has been dog shit. That's the one time he was even close to good. And that was really bad. Their Juggernaut's pretty nice.
Breaking news.
Either gonna die or go to meat. Did they get their Juggernaut back? Is that what happened there? Probably got the death. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Rest in peace.
Get absolutely fucked.
I want the throne.
Playing around Hood from Zemo? Yes. Get absolutely fucked, dude.
Impressive.
That was the specific thing I was trying to play around. Killmonger can surprise you. Yeah, there's probably just a lot of value in being that kind of deck right now. Don't Sam Wilson me. Okay, well, the good news is it can't leave now. That card. Wow. We're really doing things, huh? So they only win with a Spectrum here. The question is, do I want to free up my left by blowing up that Yondu? Killmonger here. They're snapping, which I'm imagining means they're counting on the Spectrum.
I want the throne.
We have nothing small to commit left, though. We're not committing anything small.
Doom rules all.
Now, though, if they Spectrum us, are we not a little fucked? Surely they just never Spectrum us? Holy shit. Holy shit.
Knowledge is power.
Holy shit, chat. You ever just fucking do it?
Rest
I'm a god.
in peace.
I'm an actual god. You ever just fucking do it, chat? You ever just absolutely fucking do it? Holy. Holy. We're gonna play the Fudge deck, though, just because it's, like, kind of funnier. We can, like, legally call it a Morgan Le Bae deck. It is barely a Morgan Le Bae deck. They could have played around the Seaball, but they didn't, which makes me a god. That's how that works, dude. This isn't even mill. This is just we're doing shit. It's just cards, bro. This is just cards. What the hell?
Hey, I found a rook.
Did we both get star brands off of that? That is honestly crazy. My actual honest reaction. Holy shit. Okay.
Opponent snapped. I want the throne. Oh, snap.
Power must be controlled.
RIP the mojo. Yikes.
Power
Great
must
job.
be controlled.
Yikes. Morgan Le Bae busted.
Victory.
Morgan Le Bae busted. Because it doesn't actually have those cards in them. Central Park was quite good, yes. Quite a good one for them. No longer to stop their call. They do run call, but I'm mostly just chill with it. Yeah, it's doing some weird shit that I don't know what.
Oh, snap.
No actual fucking clue what's going on. I'll be 100% real with you, chat. I could easily lose 4 here. Rage. No clue.
I want the throne.
Seems good. Seems good. No idea what the fuck is in that deck.
Victory.
Very happy I didn't have to forcibly learn what the fuck was in that deck. Thing is, it's got to be less than, it's got to be 6 or less, which it fucking wasn't, but.
Opponent snapped.
What are they, legioning the Crimson Cosmos? Owning bats, hobgoblins incoming. What the fuck? How did you know? Are you sniping a little bit here?
Kneel before Galactus.
I respect the shit out of what they've done. Do they realize they're dead? Oh. If I lose from here, I'm going to actually shit myself, just for the record. We beat Cannonball? Yes. 8. The Cannonball kills just this thing. The rock still lives. I think we win. Blind Shang isn't real. Cannonball fucking might be. And if you were, don't do that. Don't tell me what my opponents are playing. Quality of moves. Brave Bees loves playing Heimdall, so this is like a very funny little situation for him. Wild shit here.
I want the throne.
Who the fuck knows anymore, dude? I want to try to draw a gambit, right? I don't think it'll ever matter, but just in case. Is this another Galactus gamer? I mean, it fucking might be, dude. Sure feels like some bullshit is gonna happen to me. Era is weird, though. I mean, basic hope is since they have 7, they can go 4 plus 3, but that 3 isn't enough to win against what we're doing. But they can definitely, like, actually make a go of it. It's just, like, whatever that... Okay, they win that, and then this is their 3, and what is it? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It goes to the middle because of the chip. They sure Elias the shit out of it. It gets -4 going to the middle. Can't do 2 Alliance. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. I mean, it's L Juggernutters, as always. It has never not been L Juggernutters. It's always the Juggernuts. Yup. I don't disagree. I don't disagree, but on the other hand, I mean, you're the Eliath guy here.